On my last morning in Milan, I wandered through the Parco delle Basiliche behind the basilicas of Sant'Eustorgio and San Lorenzo. Seen from the back, the Lombard Romanesque architectural elements of San Lorenzo are clearly visible, much older than its facade, dating to the early 17th century. After doing a few last-day errands in town, I ended up at Grand Italia Café on Corso Garibaldi for lunch. More or less around the corner from the Grand Italia on Via Palermo, which you've seen in several previous episodes, it has a similar concept with some differences. Classic thin crust pizza instead of deep dish pizza, not to mention a completely different decor. Lunch started off with crudo e melone, perfectly succulent cantaloupe draped with abundant young prosciutto. Next was a Lombard speciality, riso al salto con funghi misti. Day-old saffron risotto is flattened into a disc and then fried in clarified butter until browned and crispy. This version was served with mixed herbed mushrooms. As it was my last day, I gave myself not only a dessert, but a very rich one, this time the classic dolce piemontese, which you also see a lot of in Milan, bunette. Made with cocoa, rather than chocolate, and amaretto both in the pudding and crumbled on top. It's one of Italy's best spoon desserts. Staying with the Piemontese chocolate theme, I collected some ganache and gianduiotti selections from Guido Gobino to take back home, plus a few cheeses over at Peck. Then it was time to return to my hotel. I lingered a bit behind Sant'Eustorgio, whose bells you can see ringing even if you can't hear them, due to the iPhone soundtrack problems I cited in this season's episode 16. Next season, I hope my ambient sound will be back on track. I look forward to your joining me in the second half of October 2015 for the third season of Tony City Tastes. And make sure to share my site with all of your friends who love food, especially Northern Italian food.